Hello, I am doing my demonstration speech on how to play the card game Magic the Gathering. My purpose is to show others how to play the card game, and my central idea is that Magic the Gathering is really fun and a competitive card game to play amongst friends that requires strategy and wits. Are you bored of doing the same old thing in your free time? Maybe you have a hobby that you have gotten burnt out on, or you are sick of playing the same old games on the same old system. If any of that applies to you, then you may want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering. My husband and I have been playing Magic the Gathering, or MTG for short, together since 2019. Recently, we have begun playing the game among others with our friend group comprised of us, two of his coworkers, and their significant others. Although my husband and I have been playing together for about 3 or 4 years now, there are still some things that I forget. There's a lot to learn and some things that I may not be able to cover, but enough talking, let's get into it. First, you'll need a standard deck. This is one of mine. The good thing about getting your first deck is that if you go to a game store, they are supposed to supply you with a free one. For your first deck, I would suggest a mono, meaning one color. You can choose white, red, blue, black, or green. White focuses on damage prevention, life gain, small creatures, and total protection. Red, which is my favorite, focuses on aggressive creatures, direct damage, and land or artifact destruction. Blue, which is my husband's favorite, focuses on card draw, counterspells, mimicry, and gaining control. Black focuses on creature destruction, malice, necromancy, and parasitism. And green focuses on powerful creatures, token creatures, pump effects, and instinct attack. Once you have your deck, you should try familiarizing yourself with it, what its focuses are, and its mechanics. Once you get that down, the next step is learning how to play. In Standard today, there are 60 cards per deck. You can not have more than 4 copies of one card unless it is a land. In an ideal deck, you'll have about 20 lands and 40 other cards. Each of the following cards, except basic land cards, will have a casting cost, which it's the number of emblems in the top right corner of the card. Land cards are required to play the game. When you want to play a card other than land, you must tap, turn the card sideways, the amount of land desired, the desired card costs, the price in the top right corner. If you do not have enough land, you cannot play the card. And these are some of the land cards. That one is a green, a forest. This one is red. This one is blue, black, and white. Creature cards are basically your fighters. You can use them to attack or block other players' creatures. Some creatures even come with their own abilities. The following are the most common. Trample. The damage that is not blocked by a defending creature will be dealt directly to the opposing player. In flying, a creature with flying cannot be attacked or blocked unless by a creature with reach or flying. So this card happens to have both trample and flying. Reach. Can attack or block a creature with flying or reach. They're typically spiders. Menace. Must be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Death Touch. When a creature with Death Touch deals any amount of damage to another creature, the opposing creature is destroyed. Lifelink. Whatever damage is dealt to an opposing creature or player, the player with lifelink gains the life lost from the opponent. Indestructible, cannot be destroyed by rules or effects. And Double Strike allows creature to deal damage twice during one attack step. So this one happens to have both as well. Haste means that the creature does not have summoning sickness and can attack or block immediately upon entering the battlefield. Hexproof protects against any spells or abilities an opponent may try to use. Vigilance, the creature can attack without tapping. Flash allows you to cast spells including creatures, enchantments, and artifacts anytime you could cast an instant. Enchantment cards have the ability that you can use directly against other players or creatures, give creatures certain abilities, or can allow you to do something according to the card. Instant cards, if you have available untapped mana, which is land, you can use these at any point during the game, either during your turn or an opponent's turn. Artifact cards are permanents that represent magical items, animated constructs, pieces of equipment, or other objects and devices. And sorcery cards, like instants, represent one-shot or short-term magical spells. However, unlike instants, they must only be played during that player's turn. In Standard, each player will begin the game with one 60-card deck and a life counter, usually a d20 that allows for 20 life. So this has 19 sides. 20 sides. That's just the 20th side. Once your deck is shuffled and each player has rolled to see who will go first, each player will draw 7 cards. Once you have drawn 7 cards, each player may choose to scry 3, which means to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If you have land in your hand, you should put one down immediately each turn. Now that you know how to play, I hope you get a deck and enjoy playing just as much as we do. Magic the Gathering is a very fun game that can be played almost anywhere, anytime. If the power goes out and you have some sort of light, you can play. If you are on a road trip and have a flat surface, you can play. As long as you know how to play Magic the Gathering, which now you do, the possibilities are endless. Thank you.